Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Taylor and today I want to show you guys my anime figure and manga collection. So my collection is actually spread out a little bit more than most people's. I share an office with my fiance, so I just have a couple bookcases filled with anime figures along with some manga in there, and then I have in the living room some additional places as well with manga, and then my desk where I actually work. So I'm going to kind of show everything here, but it is a little bit more spread out. My fiance is a collector as well, but he collects games and other things. So it's a little bit different. We kind of have our things intermixed, but I will do my best to just show you guys the anime and manga stuff that I'm into. So let's take a look. We're gonna start here first in the office where I have my main collection, starting with the figures behind me in the bookcases. So let's see what I got. So as you guys can see, I actually have two Billy bookcases from IKEA. They're kind of a new kind though, that has these glass doors on them, which I really like for protecting my figures, making sure they don't get too dusty. But they are pretty tall because of that, but I still have room at the top because these are relatively high ceilings. So up here at the very top, I have Re-Zero keychains that I wanted to set. So you can see I have a few different sets up here. They're all kind of mixed and matched. So at the top here, I actually have two things of keychains, all Jujutsu Kaisen. So on the left, I have a full set of them in these little bottles, all themed. Look how cute those are. And then on the right, I have a couple different sets. So at the top is supposed to be for the four main characters. The outro at the beginning of the show, and then I have the other characters as well, all showing little cute scenes. And then I have these ones as well, and little theme park themed. And then that one with all four of them. So in this first bookcase, at the top, I have my Re-Zero figures. These are all the Rem and Rom sets in the back. Not all of them are here, of course. These are just some of them. And then I have another shelf as well with some more sets here. But kind of taking a look, let's go from front to back. So as you guys can tell, I actually don't have any lighting here, so they're a little hard to see. So I'm gonna try to go figure by figure here. Right up front, I have these two figures, Nutcracker, Rem, and Ram. Then at the bottom, I just have these little ones that are just kind of sitting here, super cute. Then behind these Nutcracker ones, I have Rem and Ram Red Riding Hood versions. These are the pearl versions. I liked the pearl colors. And then next to them, I have Rem and Ram as a sheep and then the wolf as well. And then behind them, I have Rem and Ram. They're a little hard to see. Let me just move these out of the way. And then behind that, had to move some things out of the way a little bit, but I have Rem and Ram. They're Alice in Wonderland costumes. These are the muted ones. These aren't the colorful ones. There are a couple different versions here, but these are the kind of duller color ones. And then behind the wolf ones, I actually have a couple of my favorite ones, which are Rem and Ram as Hansel and Gretel. Super cute ones. I actually really like these. Then in the front on the left side, I actually have a set of Re-Zero keychains that are super cute. They're all them with little dessert cups, and you guys know how much I love little dessert cups. Then behind that, so this is the set I have here. So I have on the right, I have Rem and Ram, supposed to be from Sleeping Beauty. I have Rem and Ram from Aladdin. Then behind these, I have Rem and Ram as princesses. and then Rem and Rom from the circus. Those ones are a little bit easier to see. So on this next part of the shelf, I have my Shield Hero section. Up front, I have some keychains set here of Naofumi, Raphtalia, and Philo, and then I have one set of all three of them. Behind that, I actually have Raphtalia and Naofumi figures. And then behind Raphtalia, behind Raphtalia, I actually have a Shield Hero mug, which has all of them, and it's currently just kind of tucked away in here because I don't have a ton of room. And then I have a Shield Hero plush pillow of his shield, which I thought was super cool. Right next to my Shield Hero section, I have a Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid section featuring two figures of Kana here. One with her cute little outfit, a cute little kimono, and then one with her school outfit as well. And then I have a plushie of her in her dragon form, and then actually another plushie of Toru as well, kind of sticking out behind them. And then next to them on a big stand here, actually, I have another Re-Zero section. So starting from the front, I have these two little chibi figures of them in their swimsuits with the little weapon right here in water form. So then right next to them, I have these little teeny tiny figures of a bunch of the characters in their kimonos. So I have Amelia, Beatrice, Rom, Felt, and Rem as well. And then over here, I have some other little chibi figures that I'm trying to find the sets for. So I have Rom in like a Maid, Shield Maiden type outfit, and then her in like the wedding dress type outfit. I like these smaller versions of these. I know there are bigger versions, but I like the smaller versions of these because I'm not super into the more scantily dressed outfits. So these are cute ways to show that I still like them, but they're not ginormous figures. So then behind them, I actually have a set of teacups for Re-Zero. So you can see all of them in their little teacup sets there. So then behind these teacups, I actually have some more sets back here of little keychain stands. They're a little hard to see. They're in the darker part of the shelf, and I don't have lighting, so you can't really see them too well. But they don't really like to stand up, and they don't 100% fit on this shelf. The tops of the back ones are scraping a little bit, so they don't show super well. Now, my next shelf is a mixture of my best figure versus my worst figure. So this is the Demon Rem Crystal version. I'll kind of show this actually in one of my haul videos. It'll be my October haul video. So I'll show it a little bit more in detail, but it's just an absolutely gorgeous figure. It's beautiful. It does, I think it needs some like special lighting just to really show how gorgeous it is. So I need to get that. It also comes with her weapon, which I unfortunately can't keep up front here with the doors closed on this. So I have to kind of keep it on her side here, but needed a great space for her. But next to her is the Rem version, the Rem Crystal version, but this is unfortunately a Chinese knockoff. This is not the original. She has a couple pieces right here that are supposed to go in here, and I just can't get them to stay, so they just kind of sit right there. But a little bit more of a knockoff piece. Still pretty, just, you know, not as great as the original, so she kind of sits right there. Now in this next shelf, I have some more Rem and Rom figures. Actually only a single Rom mixed in with all the Rems. But these are a lot of the single figures that don't actually match up with anything else, with the exception of my different versions right here in the front. These are the, I believe they're the Chinese dress versions, but they are just two different color variations along with her stockings, so I have them sitting up here next to each other. Behind that, I have the Rem Magician. And then one of my favorite figures, I have the Rem as the Dark Angel. And then next to her, Rem in a fairy outfit. Then Rom in this specialized dress. Then I have Rem as her Taito in her Taito outfit, Taito uniform. And then behind that, her in Subaru's jacket, super cute. Then on the left side, I have another set that is just slight variations. These are the Sakura versions, but not the traditional Sakura ones. The traditional Sakura ones don't have these sleeves. And I chose these ones because I loved these sleeves. But we have her light version here and then her dark version here as well. Behind that, we have Rem in what they call her clear dress, but it's just this pretty blue dress. Rem in a summer dress. And then next to her, we have Rem in another summer outfit, but actually in a picnic outfit. You can see behind her, she has a picnic basket. It has like wine in it and an apple in it that just kind of sit there. And her hat, which falls off all the time. Then behind that, I have kind of my winter section. So I have Rem in a cute little jacket. This is currently the only variation I have, but there are more. And then I have her with a little crystal version down there. And then Rem in her sweater, also the current only variation I have right now. There is also other one. I think there's one more that's out already, and I think there might be another one on the way. But currently, I just have this one. So that's it for that shelf. Starting on the left side here, we have the Emilia and Rem Snow White versions. You guys probably saw this in my September haul video. Then behind them, we actually have two of my favorite figures that unfortunately I just don't have a good spot for. The way they're set up makes it really hard. You can see their legs. They kind of stick out a little bit, so I don't have a great spot. I need to figure it out a little bit more. But these are the Rem and Rom rainy day figures, my favorite ones. Then behind that, kind of hidden, I have this figure. I kind of picked up because I thought she was cute, but I didn't know what she was from originally. So I kind of have her there because I don't have a true connection to her, so she just kind of sits in the back there. And then on the right hand side, I have keychains. So in the front here, I have my Next Life as a Villainess. This was actually a set of 8, but on the left, I have the male versions right here in their little carnival cups. And then I have the female versions. And then behind these, I have some Jujutsu Kaisen ones. So I have these ones. Them all eating or reading a book or something. Is super cute. And then I have this one as well. Another Jujutsu Kaisen, but them in little dangly animal forms, which I thought was super cute. And then very lastly, just down here at the bottom, I have some drawers that kind of hold just random things, like my Nendoroid boxes with the other pieces. I have a couple broken figures here, unfortunately. Chinese made, unfortunately. And a bunch of keychains actually that I don't have a way to display yet. They're too big, or I actually don't have any more of my special films, so I have to do that as well. And then in this bin, this is just extra stands that I have getting ready to display more things that I know are coming. So these are just some extra pieces that I have, along with like screwdrivers and things like that that specifically match the stands that I put together. So taking just a little bit of a deeper look, I do have a lot of keychains in here. Some Kobayashi ones, some more slime ones, Let's see, I have a bunch of Bungo Stray Dog ones that I have to figure out where to put. And then a bunch more Jujutsu Kaisen. And then I think this one, I have some Konosuba. And then some My Hero Academia. So I have to figure out where to put all of these. Hopefully somewhere later on I will have a spot for these. But right now they just kind of sit in this little bin. So then moving on to the second bookcase. So then on the second bookcase, I have more Re-Zero things, of course. So this one is a little bit lighter shelf, still sets of Re-Zero. So on the left here, I have Rem and Rom in these kimono versions, short kimonos. Behind them, I actually have a large space. I have Rom in her Oktoberfest, but I have this space back here because I have Amelia and Rem coming. So I wanted these set of 3 right there. And then behind them, I have another set of 3 of Rem, Rom, and Amelia in their Chinese dragon dresses. Then on the right, starting in the front, I have Rem and Rom in their fighting forms. They're a little awkward, so they kind of have to sit in the front and then they get kind of smushed by the door a little bit, but this is the only spot that works for them. And then behind them is actually one of my favorite sets, and that is Rem and Rom as witches. You can see her riding a little broom. And then here's Rem. Super cute. And then behind them, I have Rem and Rom as fairy ballerinas. This second shelf is just a little bit of Re-Zero on the side, and then the rest is completely dedicated to my slime collection. Over here in the corner, I have an echidna section. So I have one of my favorite figures of her, and just one of the best ones from Re-Zero, and that's her in her seat at the tea party. And then I have this little figure of her. I actually have doubles of this. This is also on my desk as well. And then lastly, I have her in her like Chinese dress type thing. I just thought it was really pretty, so I wanted to add that in there. Moving over to the left, so I have my slime section here. So starting here, I have this awesome Rimuru statue with him with his little slime version here, and then his kind of demon form, demon lord form, I guess, with his wings. And then behind him, I actually have some keychains. So I have a few that you guys probably saw in my September haul video again. So I have these ones sitting there, and then I have these really cute ones at the bottom as well, all featuring Rimuru, of course, in his slime form. And then up front, I have the slime version, the squishy one that you guys saw in my September haul video. And then I have a version of Rimuru as a professor back here. And then in the front, I have the gang here. Sue, Benimaru, Ranga, Shuna, and Shion. All just kind of sitting there looking cool. Now this middle shelf right here holds some of my bigger figures. So up front here, I have some keychains that didn't really go with anything else, but they're all different shows that I really liked that I wanted to show that I liked. So I have Beastars on the left, Assassination Classroom, and the Ancient Magus Bride. Then behind that, I have the Re-Zero clock that I showed you guys, also September haul video. And the Chinese dress version of Rem. I do have Rom coming, so I'm gonna have to kind of make room on this shelf for her. Not really sure how I'm gonna do that. Then next to that, one of my biggest figures. Absolutely gorgeous figure, although I do have to say her hood just kind of sits here at the bottom. You can put it on her, but then it covers her face and doesn't really have the same effect. And then over here, we have Rem and Rom as their Demon Kid versions. And then Rem and her Snowflake version. So moving on to my next shelf, a little bit more still dedicated to Re-Zero. And then I get to my Jujutsu Kaisen section. So starting over here, I have a little bit of a Re-Zero section still. I have Amelia sitting there looking cute. It's really the only figure of her that I really like. They don't have too many good ones of her, unfortunately. And then I have Rem with her weapon down there in her fighting stance, one of my favorites. And then I have this cute little lantern set here, just kind of sitting here. It came with this and then these cards in the back that I leave sitting back there. And then I have my Jujutsu Kaisen section. So the only figure I currently have right now is Nobara, but I do have Megumin, Gojo, and Yuji all coming, so definitely we'll add to this one. And then I have this section over here, starting with the front. So I have these cute little sleeping bag versions. I actually got these from Amazon. Super cute. And then behind them I have these sitting versions of the four. Now these are knockoffs. They are not the original. I could not bring myself to pay $35 each for them. So I bought this knockoff set instead from Amazon, and honestly, they look just as good in my opinion. And then behind them, I have some items from Etsy. I'll put the links down below. But I have this really cool Ferris wheel here, and it does turn, but I like it set up like this. And then in the back, I have these really cool acrylic stands. So on this side, we have Sukuna. We have Megumin with his dogs and the frogs. Another one of Sukuna on his throne. And then Megumin in this like Japanese style gorgeousness. And then for my next shelf right here, I have a variety of different things. So starting on the right hand side at the bottom, I have Jujutsu Kaisen acrylic figures. I have these going out ones on the outside, which I thought were cute. And then I have these very adorable ones, summer version ones. Look how cute! I think the Nobara one is just my favorite out of these, just because her face, eating the watermelon, is just adorable. And then above that, I have my Next Life as a Villainess acrylic stands. Have the boys all there, along with Katarina. And then above that, I have this really unique dessert theme for Re-Zero, Amelia, Rem and Rom. And then above that, I have an empty space waiting for some more acrylic stands that I know are coming. So moving to next to this, I have these figures that I actually bought from Amazon. So I'm a Spider, So What? So in the front, I have her 3 different psychic forms. So I have her body, and then the magic ones. And then I have just some different versions of her in the back here as well, so making some different faces here. I do have the actual Nendoroid coming, so I have some room up here for that as well. And then in the back behind these, I actually have some gaming keychains from Monster Hunter and then Hollow Knight here. And then on the left side, I have a little section here. So I have Overlord, my little figure of Ainz there. In the back, I have my pop vinyl of Elias from the Ancient Magus Bride. I have my only current Konosuba figure, Megumin, in her chocolate form. And then I have this brand new one. You guys will see this one in my October haul video. But this is a Nendoroid of Katarina from my Next Life as a Villainess in her adorable dress along with her book, and then of course a muffin. This one I kind of made a bit of a mix of a couple different forms, but I had to. It was too cute. So then very lastly, all the way down here, a little hard to show, but I have a couple more Re-Zero figures. This is actually just kind of a temporary spot for them. I have these Shrine Maiden / kimono style Rem and Roms. They are basically the same figure but with different outfits. These are some of my favorite, but unfortunately they're stuck right here right now because I want to display them together and I don't have the best spot for them at the moment given my rather large ones that are taking up the bigger shelves. So they're down here at the moment. Moving to the left, I have a little bit more Re-Zero. So I have in the front this Nendoroid. This actually was a bit of a frustrating Nendoroid. It was my very first one, but it was messed up. It was broken. I did not buy it original from the brand. I had bought it on eBay. So it was a little damaged, a little frustrating, and it to this day does not stay fully together. So it's kind of tucked away down here even though I really liked it. But then behind that is one of my first figures, and that is her doggy ear version. Super cute. And then next to that I have some Sailor Moon tribute here. Just this little figure. And then to the left I have the giant pop vinyl of Agretsuko. Love that show. Makes me laugh. Behind them I have just this little thing of Demon Slayer keychains. You guys probably saw this in my last video too. So next to the two Billy bookcases is actually a smaller bookcase, and this is one I actually share with my fiance, so you can see his collection stuff up here, but these mangas are actually all mine. So these are some of the first mangas I ever had, and they're here because I've actually read them, so they are separated from the ones that I haven't read yet, so I can kind of keep track a little bit easier. So just a really brief overview of the mangas I have. Stupid Love Comedy, Say I Love You, Boarding School Juliet. My Youth Romantic Comedy is Wrong as I Expected. The current Takane and Hana, every single one that is currently out. One of my favorite series, Sweat and Soap. It's more of an adult series, but really good. Way of the House Husband. My Senpai is Annoying, one of my favorites as well. Very cute romance one. My Room is a Dungeon Rest Stop, and then Sorry for My Familiar. I do have more of these, but these are actually in my unread section at the moment. And then in the front, I have little pins from Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon? And then I have a little One Punch Man. Then loose at the top, I actually have a couple things I haven't put together. So this is an Asuna little figure. It's like a little desktop figure. I just haven't put it together because it's a lot of little pieces, way more than what I'd expect and way more than just something like an Nendoroid. Like you have to actually break it up and stuff. It kind of reminds me of a Gundam, and it was way more work. It looks like way more work than I'm expecting, so she's kind of tucked in there right now. And then over here, actually just sitting here to remind myself, is a figure. It's Miku Nakano from Quintessential Quintuplets, and the reason she's kind of sitting there is I actually haven't seen the show, so I don't really know her. I'm not familiar with her. She actually was sent to me by accident, so I just kind of have her hanging out here. I'm thinking about doing a giveaway for her. Not too sure what I want to do yet. I do want to give the show a try though to see if I absolutely love her, and then I'll keep her. But we'll kind of see. She's just kind of hanging out here just to remind me that she's waiting. So just gonna put her back. And then the second shelf is actually just a couple more mangas that I've read. This is really the only part that has manga. The rest are just some pop vinyls, and then my fiance's manga over there. So looking at these mangas, just a small amount here. The Girl from the Other Side is a really notable one. Totally recommend that one. This one's really good too. It's a little bit more adult as well, but it's by Nagame, and I love his artwork. Or her artwork, I apologize, I don't know. I have a little plush Rem here as well. And then up here, this is from Disney, and I have a couple couple pop vinyls. So that's actually it for what I have in the office. So let's go check out my other bookcase of mangas. So we're actually now out in my living room. I only have a single bookcase out here of mangas. I don't have any more figures. But I'm not going to show you everything on my bookcase because I have a lot of other books and other decorations, things like that. But I do want to show you guys my mangas. Now you'll notice these are all turned a different way just to signify to myself that I have not read them yet. I have, as you can tell, a lot just kind of sitting waiting for me, so I'm excited to read them, but these are on my list. These front ones are the ones that I've chosen to read first, that I want to get ready to read. I'm finishing up The Girl from the Other Side currently, and then I'm going to jump on these. So taking just a brief look, so right down here you can see I'm trying to collect the Ancient Magus Bride books. I have the Kobayashi Dragon Maid Elma's Office Lady Diary ones, the Dragon Goes House Hunting, How to Treat Magical Beasts. These ones I just recently picked up. I'm actually really excited to read those. They look cute. And then this one I just recently grabbed as well. These are the rest of Sorry for My Familiar that I was telling you guys about. So a lot of different ones here. I also just recently picked these up. This one looks hilarious, so I wanted to see that. And this one looks super cute, so I wanted to read that one as well. I just need to get the first one, and then this one looks cute as well. So a lot of ones that I need to read. I have these ones here too. So this is the, I guess, the full series here. They also made a show that I want to watch as well. And then these ones, The Way of the House Husband, I haven't read that one yet. And then this is a light novel I'm reading as well. So then very lastly, I wanted to show you guys my desk. I'm not going to go super in depth here, just kind of show you the little things I have on my desk. I actually currently work in my living room. We're in an apartment, so my fiance and I both work from home. So he gets the office and I have the living room. So I just have this little space right here. So let's take a look at what's on my desk. So I have 3 monitors set up for my working station. But starting over here on the left, I have some My Hero Academia little desk things that you kind of get, those mystery boxes. I have these ones here. I have a little bear. And then I have 2 Rem little figures here. One cleaning and one with a little tea set. Right here, I have The Girl from the Other Side that I'm currently reading. I'm on number 4. Definitely recommend this series. And then underneath, I have, my fiance actually just bought this for me, the Ancient Magus Bride, the whole series, along with a little extra. So I'm keeping it right here because I want to keep it in a special place. Then I have my little trash can with googly eyes and a bow tie. So then on my middle one, I have this keychain, which I'm going to show in a different video. I have these 2 little cute little Rem statues just sitting on these books. And then I have these Rimuru ones. And this little Gojo here. And then I have this really cool little crane that I picked up from a little Japanese store. And then down here, I actually have these surprise mystery boxes that I actually got from GameStop. They're just little meals, little different types of meals, and they're just super cute. So I just like to keep them right there. And then underneath, I just have a calendar. And moving on to the right side, I have a little peekaboo Sakuna here. Please don't mind the dust, sorry. I have an echidna, and then an ochaka, another desk ornament there. And then just hiding on the side over here, I have a little Nezuko, and this cuteness as well. Look how cute that is. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my desk. Well, that is actually it, guys. That is currently my whole collection of everything anime and manga related. So just started out, but definitely getting bigger day by day. I wanted to show you guys this now because I'm actually going to be moving in a few months, and I kind of personally wanted to see my progression as well. Maybe if I get a chance on Twitter, I'll post some of my earlier pictures, which consisted of 3 figures maybe, and then it just kind of exploded to where it was today. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, anything. I know one big comment I have to make is I need better lighting, especially in my bookcases with my figures. I have horrible lighting. If you guys have any recommendations for an easy way to add lighting or an easy setup to do, let me know. I would love to learn more about that. I just don't know how to do any lighting and to make it easy to kind of display and all that. So let me know what you guys think about that. Help me out here. I don't really know what to do yet, but thank you as always for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.